Hello everyone! Welcome to the TommyQ-TV channel. This is my first video. If there is anything missing or anything I can improve, please feel free to point it out in the comments. I will gladly listen to all your suggestions. In 1872, a ship was found adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. Its sails set, its cargo intact, yet not a single soul aboard. The vessel was the Mary Celeste, and the mystery surrounding its abandonment has puzzled historians, sailors, and investigators for over a century. What happened to the crew? Why was the ship found completely deserted with no sign of struggle or violence? Today, we're diving deep into the unsolved mystery of the Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste was an American merchant brigantine built in 1861 in Nova Scotia. It was a sturdy ship, reliable for cargo transport between North America and Europe. By 1872, the ship was under the command of Captain Benjamin Briggs. The crew consisted of Captain Briggs, his wife Sarah, their young daughter Sophia, and 7 experienced sailors. They set sail from New York on November 7, 1872, heading for Genoa, Italy. The ship was loaded with a cargo of industrial alcohol, a valuable but volatile substance. But what seemed like a routine voyage soon turned into one of the greatest maritime mysteries of all time. The Mary Celeste left New York and made its way across the Atlantic. For weeks, the ship sailed smoothly, and there was no sign of any trouble. However, on December 4th, a ship called the Dei Gratia was making its way from New York to Gibraltar. The crew of the Dei Gratia spotted the Mary Celeste adrift off the coast of the Azores, about 400 miles east of the Portuguese coast. When they boarded the Mary Celeste to investigate, they were shocked to find it completely deserted. There were no signs of violence or disorder. The ship's cargo remained untouched, and the personal belongings of the crew, including Captain Briggs's logbook, were still aboard. Even more puzzling, the ship's lifeboat was missing. Though the ship itself was in good condition, there was no sign of struggle, no indication of a storm, and no evidence of what could have led to the crew's disappearance. The only clue was the ship's water pump, which was in disrepair, though it wasn't enough to explain the desertion. It seemed like everything was left in a hurry. The Dei Gratia crew brought the Mary Celeste back to Gibraltar, where an investigation was launched. But after weeks of searching, no sign of the crew was ever found. For over a century, there have been many theories about what could have happened to the Mary Celeste crew. Here are some of the most common. One of the earliest theories was that pirates had attacked the ship, killing the crew and abandoning the vessel. However, this theory doesn't hold up, as there were no signs of a struggle or theft. The cargo was still intact, and the ship was in good sailing condition. Some believe that a mutiny may have occurred. Perhaps the crew turned against Captain Briggs and his family. However, this idea is also unlikely. There were no signs of violence or bloodshed, and the personal belongings of the crew were left behind. Another theory is that a freak storm or waterspout could have caused the crew to panic and abandon ship. Some speculate that the ship may have encountered a sudden, violent storm, causing damage to the ship's pump. But even if the crew did abandon the ship, why didn't they take the lifeboat or leave behind any clues? One of the most widely accepted theories involves the industrial alcohol cargo. Some experts believe that fumes from the alcohol may have caused the crew to panic. The alcohol was being transported in large barrels, and if one of the barrels had leaked, the fumes could have created an atmosphere of fear and confusion. Perhaps the crew abandoned the ship, fearing an explosion but without understanding the full extent of the danger. However, this theory doesn't fully explain why the crew didn't take the lifeboat or leave any sign of distress. Some people have speculated that supernatural forces might have played a role. Some have suggested ghosts, curses, or even alien involvement. While intriguing, there is no concrete evidence to support these theories, and most experts dismiss them as fantasy. To this day, the disappearance of the Mary Celeste remains an unsolved mystery. Despite countless investigations and theories, no one knows for sure what happened to the crew. Was it a moment of panic caused by a dangerous situation? A freak accident at sea? Or perhaps, as some still believe, it was something beyond human understanding? One thing is certain, the Mary Celeste will continue to captivate the imaginations of those who seek answers. Until we find concrete evidence, the disappearance of the Mary Celeste will remain one of the greatest maritime mysteries in history. A ghost ship forever adrift in the pages of maritime legend. Thank you for watching. If you found this mystery fascinating, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories like this. What do you think happened to the Mary Celeste crew? Leave your theories in the comments below.